If you have any qualifying children, then you must also complete Schedule EIC. Schedule EIC is pretty basic. This is what Schedule EIC looks like. So it starts off with your name and social security number. It has some instructions. And then for each of up to 3 children, it asks for their name, social security number, and year of birth. If their year of birth places them at age 19 or up, then you have to say either they are under 24 and a student, or that they're permanently and totally disabled. So you have to be able to check one of these 2 boxes if they're 19 or older. Then you have to fill in the child's relationship, which should be son or daughter, grandchild, brother, sister, niece or nephew, or grand niece or nephew, or foster child. And then number of months the child lived with you, which should be at least 7. There are special instructions over here that says if the child lived with you for more than 6 months, but not quite 7 whole months, round it up to 7. So if they lived with you 184 days, that's just over 6 months, round that up to 7. And if the child was born or died during the year, but they lived with you more than half the year, just put 12 months there. So sometimes our clients, if they had a baby in November, they might put 2 months there, but don't put 2 months on their tax return, put 12 months. And the earned income credit is only based on up to 3 children. So you can have more than 3 children. There's no law against that. But only 3 children count toward the earned income credit. For child tax credit that we talked about last week, there's no limit to the number of children. You could have 5 children and you'll get additional child tax credit of up to $1,600 per child, or basic child tax credit of up to $2,000 per child. But earned income credit stops after 3 children. If your earned income credit was denied or reduced in the past, then the first time you claim earned income credit again, you have to fill out Form 8862. And it could be denied or reduced because you counted your earned income incorrectly. That I've had an example where someone did their own taxes and they didn't know the difference between a 1099 for unemployment and a W-2 for regular income, and they just put it all on the same line. And IRS said, well, no, unemployment's not earned income, so you can claim the wrong credit. And so then you have to fill out 8862 because that ended up being reduced. Let's see. Before I look at the 8862, we'll also note that if the IRS determined that your error was reckless or intentional, then you can be barred from claiming earned income credit for 2 years. And if the incorrect claim of earned income credit was due to actual fraud, you can be barred up to 10 years from claiming the earned income credit. Fraud is pretty rare because in order for that to count, it has to be able to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. This reckless or intentional disregard does not have to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. They just have to think it's more likely than not. 8862 is not that complicated either. 8862 is just double checking that you know and abiding by the rules for earned income credit. For part 1, it's asking you what year you're claiming, so they don't update this form every year like they would the main 1040. You're going to list which of these credits you're applying for: earned income credit, child tax credit, American Opportunity Credit. And then if the only reason you had to reduce or disallow your earned income credit was because you calculated your earned income incorrectly, then you check this box here and you're done. If there was some other reason, like you claimed your cousin's child, you didn't know that that wasn't allowed, then, or maybe your child only lived with you 5 months and you thought you claimed the earned income credit, that's not really reckless or intentional disregard. You just didn't know the rules, but now you do. List the name of up to 3 children. Did you complete Schedule EIC? Yes, you should have. How many days did each child live with you? It has to be at least 183 or 184 in a leap year. And if the child was born or died during the year, list that information. And then there's a section for filers without a qualifying child. Then there's information for child tax credit, and then here's information for American Opportunity Credit. And here's some information you would provide to the IRS for purposes of the tiebreaker test, so that you can show that the child lives with you more than the other parent, for example, or that your income was higher than the other person. So 8862 is not complicated, it's just a little bit of extra paperwork.